it's Casey with Russo Resells. Welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Casey. I am a full-time online reseller on platforms such as eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and Curtsy. As you can tell behind me, I have a very sleepy pup. He's had an eventful morning. He's probably just going to chill back there while I talk and go through what you all saw in the thumbnail and the description of this video. I went on multiple thrift trips. So my husband and I went down to the desert. I'll put a picture of him right here. We went down to the desert a couple days ago and we did some Christmas shopping, and we decided to hit a thrift shop or, tried to find one out there. And when we walked in, we're like, yeah, definitely not going to find something. But it definitely had some hidden gems, so I'm happy to show you all those. There were a lot of things that I didn't get to look at because we had to make it pretty quick. I was only in there for about 30 minutes, but I did end up with 5 items, and I have my notes right here. So that was Friday, November 21st. We went to that thrift store, and I spent $37.71 on 5 items, which is a total cost of goods of $7.54. And I'll go ahead and hop into the haul, and then we'll go into the next one, and I'll give you the backstory of that one also. Okay, so I put my items out of the bag right next to me. I don't like hearing the crinkling noises in reseller videos with the thrift hauls, so I just am gonna say that, and that's it. Each item that I purchased was $7. So obviously the cost of goods were $7.54 because each one had tax attached to it. So the first one is the Scotch and Soda. It is this amazing turtleneck sweater, and it kind of is like speckled. It is a wool blend, and I looked this over like 3 times to make sure it didn't have holes, and it doesn't. So very happy with that pickup. Then I found this Theory, and it is this really cute jacket. And the only reason why I picked it up is because it is in fantastic condition, but it is also 100% silk. So great piece. And usually I don't pick up Theory, but I have really good luck with their 100% silk items, so I did want to grab that. Now, this is the first item that I saw and I had to pick up because it is 100% linen, and that's when I knew I could kind of wander more into the store and see what I could find. It's called Completo Lino by Arthurio. There is the tag, and I did a lot of comps on this, and I didn't find one exactly like this, but the comps are really great. So it is like this mustard yellow hooded kind of like tunic blouse, and it is a very oversized, very lag and look boho. I just completely and absolutely love that. I had to stop the video briefly because the littlest dog was barking downstairs, so my big dog that was laying here wanted to go down. So let him out, and I shouldn't have any more interruptions. The next item that I found is very exciting. It is by Eileen Fisher. It is this beautiful like jersey knit. It's made of mostly viscose, chartreuse like long sleeve blouse. And I was gathering the bags to bring in here to show you all what I found, and the sleeve was poking out of the bag, and I saw a hole, and I was very upset, but I'm like, I can go ahead and hem that up, no problem. But I realized that they are manufactured holes, so each one has a hole on the sleeve for like that, your thumb to go through. So I was very happy to see that they both had the holes and they were manufactured that way. And I think that should do really great because it seems to be a very cozy blouse. Now, the next item I don't really pick up a lot, but I know that AG, so Adriano Goldschmied, his jeans do really well in the men's department. So I wanted to go ahead and pick these up. That's what that looks like. And They are in fantastic condition. Absolutely love these. If these were my husband's size, I would be even happier, but they aren't, and they're just a really nice denim. They're called the Matchbox Slim Straight, and I did comps on these. Most of them are like 25 and over, so hopefully if I do go ahead and put those up for 25, they can flip pretty quickly. Okay, so I got really lucky 2 days in a row. I got to thrift with my husband. I got lucky. He didn't. He hates thrifting, but that's besides the point. So yesterday was Saturday, November 22nd, and we had a lot of errands to run. And towards the latter part of the day, we had to get my tires rotated. And the tire store that we go to is right next to my favorite Walgreens and my favorite Salvation Army. So I got to hop into Walgreens, and we still had time, so we went over to the Salvation Army. I spent $71 exactly because I do round up to the nearest dollar, and that was for 7 items. So each of these items you're about to see cost $10.14, which is a lot. However, I'm pretty positive that 2 items alone are going to pay for everything, and then the rest will be profit. That's technically how I like to rationalize it in my brain. So we'll go ahead and start with one of the best items. This is from Barney's, New York, and this is a beautiful moto jacket. This is just incredible. It is a wool blend, so I am hopeful that it will sell quickly for the holiday season. I absolutely love that. If it were in my size, I would have kept it. Now, the next item is by Trail Designs, and I got it because it was from REI, and it is Nua tags, which we love. And comps on these are, they're okay, used for like $20 to $25. So I hope to put this up for $40 and hope to get anywhere from $20 to $30. And it is just this trail vest. Wow, that was a mouthful. Trail vest for camping, for hiking, so on and so forth. I think that'll sell fast. I did have another one, and it sold in my shop within a week. So very happy with that item. Another Eileen Fisher top. I've been finding a lot of Eileen Fisher at this thrift store lately. So that's what the tag looks like. This is 100% linen, just a very capsule, lag and look, black midi dress. I so love this. I just love the simplicity of it, and it is made ethically and sustainably with that linen. I definitely love picking up linen. Even out of the season, it still sells very well for me. Now, the next item is the banger item, and I know that this brand has fallen off the resell, but I am hopeful because it is Nua tags that they will sell, and they will sell for a good price. It is Lafayette 148. They are brand new with tags. Let me show you. And they retailed for $348. Crazy. And they are 96% wool. Oh, that's the little tag sticking out. But this was an incredible find. And because I only had 30 minutes in the thrift store, there's just like a black slack. I only had 30 minutes in the thrift store, so I decided to go to the new racks, and all of these items were on the new racks, and I am very happy with what I found. So that is just your little sign to always go to the new racks in your thrift stores. And at this particular location, I got to introduce the manager to my husband, which was great. I'm like, this is my better half. And we all had a good chuckle, and it was just nice for her to see my husband because I'm there so often. So, and I talk about him all the time because she asked me how I'm doing. I ask her how she's doing and her family and so on and so forth. So it's nice to put a face behind the name. So the next item is this Canterbury of New Zealand, and that definitely caught my eye because, anything New Zealand, anything like really preppy like this does pretty well. I looked up the comps, and the comps looked great. This is just a great plaid button down, and it is made so well. Like, you can tell it is quality, and I believe it is new without tags because it still has this little hang tag right there. So very happy to get that item. Now, this is one item that I was going back and forth on, and I finally just asked my husband, should I get this? And he's like, yeah, for $7, why not? Well, technically my cost of goods was 10, but this was marked at 7. So it is REI Co-op, and it is just a black, like, basic fleece jacket. But these are always so great to have, and they're so expensive if you buy them new. And this is in such good condition that I definitely think even getting about $20 for that is definitely worth it, and worth it for the buyer. The last item I'm going to show you is actually the first item that I found at this store when I walked in, and I was very happy to find them because this is the first time I've ever thrifted Birkenstocks. So they are still in fantastic condition. They're kind of like this olivey green color. And yeah, they have some wear on the tread, but I am a Birkenstock girl all the way, and I wear mine into the ground, and I know that other Birkenstock lovers do also. So I think that I'll get anywhere from 20 to 40 on those, and I only paid $6.99. So I think that's pretty great. Now, we are going to hop into some online resale arbitrage I did. And I go on Whatnot, specifically to Mama on a Mission, aka Kimmy's Whatnot shows. And I love popping in there because she just has great stuff that I can pick up, A, for myself, B, for anyone in my family, or C, to basically resell, because her prices are so incredible and she has great stuff. Her and I definitely have said that we have kind of the same taste when it comes to thrifting and picking up goods, so I am very happy to have made her as a friend. So thank you so much, Kimmy. I popped into 2 of her shows, so the total of all of these items is $183.93 for 17 items, which is a total cost of goods of $10.82. As I said, I am totally fine spending that much per piece because I know that 2 or 3 items will recoup the cost of everything, and then the rest will be profit. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up off of camera, and then we'll get into what I bought from her. So I kind of made a little white lie because as I opened these packages, I realized that I only had 6 items, and I don't know where I got 17 and $183, whatever. So let's just say for these 6 items, I have $60 into them because my usual cost of goods is about $10 in her shows. I don't know where I got those numbers. It is really hard for me to put my Whatnot purchases into my spreadsheet at the time that I make the purchase because usually I'm like laying in bed, I'm relaxing, sometimes those expenses just slip through the cracks, but nonetheless, I'm very happy to support Kimmy, so that is definitely why I purchase from her shows. So I really don't care what the cost of goods is. I mean, you might think that's a little crazy, but I love to do some shopping online on my couch. So the first item I actually bought for myself to wear in one of my videos because I thought it was absolutely so cute. It is by Disney, and it is this Simba little sweatshirt. I love this, and it is it is a 4X, but I like my things like really comfy, cozy, and I feel like with the holiday season approaching and it getting a little cooler in Southern California, I think this will be a really good staple for me to wear. Even though I am definitely not a Disney girl, but I do love certain old school Disney movies, and that is one of them. Now, the next item is also for myself for when I go out and about with my husband and I want something really cute to wear. This is just a little plaid clutch, and I absolutely love this. I think it's fantastic. I'm really happy that I bought a lot of stuff for myself personally instead of to resell, because $10 for any of these for myself is a win in my book. The next top is by Torrid, and my husband is absolutely going to love this. It is like this off the shoulder kind of baby doll blouse, and I think it is absolutely incredible. This is for myself, so I'm very happy with that. Now to get into the rest. So this show, I actually remember I was out to dinner and I couldn't hear anything. And I was just looking at the pieces, looking at the brands and deciding if I wanted to take a risk or not. And I did on this one because it's so beautiful. This is Gold Label Victoria's Secret. It is only polyester, but I still think it is incredible. Like this sherbet color aspect to it. It is pink and orange and floral, and I actually might see if my littlest sister wants this because this is definitely right up her alley. If not, I will go ahead and list it, and I think it'll do quite fantastically. Okay, we are down to the last two items. So this next item is Ellen Tracy, which I do not pick up, but this is 100% cashmere in this beautiful mustard like gold color, and I've been having such good luck with my cashmere right now, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. Even getting like $20 to $30 for this would be great to double my money, and I am very happy to do that. Now, the next item is for myself. As you guys know, I love my Mountain Life t-shirts, and I could not pass this one up. This is just absolutely so adorable. I am in love. As you guys know, I am a dog person, so I thought that was really cute for, you know, just lounging around the house, going to run errands, etc. Nothing too crazy. I get a lot of compliments out and about when I wear these, so I definitely had to pick this one up. I will have another haul soon for you guys. I am actually a part of a big reseller Facebook group, and I purchased a giant bundle on there, I want to say a week or two ago, and she has had some issues of shipping it out, you know, some emergencies, whatever, and it is finally on its way. So I'm hopeful to get it before Thanksgiving, because at the time I'm filming this, we are actually going into Thanksgiving week. So if not, that's totally fine. I am going to film that once I get it and have it out for you guys as soon as possible. I hope that you guys are having great thrifting, that you're having great sales, and that you guys have a great Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving week with family and friends. Definitely stay in the moment, cherish those times, because they don't last forever and they don't come around as often as they should. So you guys have a fantastic day, a fantastic week, and until next time, my friends, bye.